given that you've spent so much time within the government system and protocol, the first thing I have to ask you about, and some people don't think this is a big story, I personally think it's a huge story, and it is the Hillary Clinton private email server. This past week, this Romanian hacker, this guy named Gusifer, said that he breached her server twice in 2013. And while he was there, he saw at least 10 other IP addresses of possible hacks from other foreign countries. So I want to spend a little bit of time on this thing because it's a bit of a cautionary tale, and we'll move on. Let's talk about Hillary's email server. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, I've been in the intelligence community and with the Department of Defense for quite some time, and I have not heard of anyone having their own personal servers for email, because there are specific systems that you use for different classifications of emails. And when you're sending emails, emails have to be marked with the classification of what they are. So it's a little bit bizarre. Maybe it was something that she did for convenience, but I really don't know what her reasoning was.
She claimed that it was for convenience. She said she didn't want to carry two smartphones, but I mean, she also has said, hey, listen, I'm a digital hoarder. I've got an iPad, I've got an iPhone, I've got a mini iPad. So she was already carrying all this gear, but supposedly the State Department would not allow its sanctioned BlackBerry to have two different email addresses on it. So she then had this other email server placed in her offices, and the guy, the IT guy, his name is Brian Pagliano. I mean, he now has immunity from the Department of Justice. So to me, for a person that's running for president, for a person who spent their entire life within government, it seems incomprehensible that this would just be, oops, sorry, my bad.
I'm surprised by it. Like I said, I'm sure people have done it, but I have not personally heard of anyone at her level or even within the intelligence community receiving emails who had their own personal server, because it's just too risky.
I would think so. And I mean, the whole way it was handled is, I don't like it, because supposedly 30,000 plus emails were handed over. 31,000 emails were deleted because they were said to be private, and then the server was wiped clean. That just seems like completely not transparent.
Well, I'm not taking any side one way or the other, but just in a hypothetical situation, anytime, because when you delete an email, that email is not gone. It resides in multiple places, including on the computer in unallocated space, which a lot of your users will probably understand. But the fact that emails were wiped, which means you're overwriting multiple times to NSA standards so that those emails are almost impossible to bring back, is interesting. It's very interesting.